The unbearable wait goes on for the families of the 115 people who remain unaccounted for. They've been huddled up at a gymnasium near the accident site for well over a week now. For more on the situation there, we connect live to our Connie Lee. Connie.
Hey Mark, well, just as Jizun reported earlier, the weather has worsened this evening, further diminishing hopes that any more bodies will be found today. Now you can almost feel the anxiousness felt by the families here as they just wait for any news on the search operations. Currently outside the Chindo Auditorium, preparations have been made for the expected high wind and rain over the weekend. There were dozens of tents outside to provide people with food, medicine, and other daily necessities. And this afternoon, officials were putting up plastic covers and prepping for the weather. The weather, though, is not stopping families from traveling to the sunken ferry site. For those family members who are just too restless staying inside the auditorium, they are making trips to Pyeongwang Harbor, which is the closest area to the sunken ferry site. Now, that area is about 40 minutes from the Chindo Auditorium, and there's a shuttle bus that brings people back and forth throughout the day. Mark?
And Connie, just waiting day after day, it's not just physically draining, it's also taking a heavy mental toll on the family members who are trying to deal with what is the worst time in their lives. And I hear you have an update, in fact, on the health of the family members there at that gymnasium.
Yes, I do. And you're right, Mark. This sort of waiting is not only difficult physically, but it takes a huge toll on a person's mental being. Now, there are doctors and nurses and counselors working here around the clock at the Chindo Auditorium, but not many family members are taking advantage of them. Doctors say that the family members, especially the parents of the young passengers, do not think it is proper to take care of their own health when their child is dead. There's also the stigma of mental health here in Korea, with not many people being aware of mental health issues. Now, that's a concern for many health officials here, especially after this latest tragedy.
This latest disaster is unique and really is one of the worst-case scenarios for people's health. Not only were a massive number of people killed, but most of those killed were children, and their deaths were caused by human error. So this kind of pain being felt by the parents is huge and will have a significant impact on their mental health. Unfortunately, though, they are not taking the initiative to take care of their mental state.
And looking forward, there are real concerns about the mental health of these people here when they return to their daily lives. Reporting live from the Chindo Auditorium, this has been Connie Lee.